DeSantis claims the law will restore confidence in the state's elections, yet Donald Trump won Florida, and there have been no legitimate allegations or evidence of widespread voter fraud there. The AP has called Florida a model for what voting should look like in America. Ron DeSantis himself praised how well the state manages its elections.
The way Florida did it, I think, inspires confidence. I think that's how elections should be run, rather than us be at the center of a Bush versus Gore in 2020. We're now being looked at as the state that did it right and the state that these other states should emulate. The result of 2020, from an administrative perspective, was that Florida had the most transparent and efficient election anywhere in the country.
So, Tim Miller, as Mark Caputo told us in our last hour, this is not revolutionary change to the way people vote in the state of Florida. It sort of nibbles around the edges and is really just theatrical in many ways, a nod to former President Donald Trump and those who continue to push the lie that there was fraud around the 2020 election.
Yeah, thanks, Willie. Sorry, I'm still reeling a little bit over the Donnie T-shirt discourse. But look, I think that what you're saying about the theater of this is what is important. This is about one thing, and this is why this was an exclusive signing for Fox News yesterday. Because this is a show that's being put on for Donald Trump supporters. And I think the most important thing in that whole rundown you just went through is that there were no problems in Florida. Florida was a model. Florida did a great job with counting ballots. They did a great job with ballot security. In an election that went on for days and days, Florida had a call, not the call I wanted, but they had a call pretty early on election night, frankly. And so all of this is a way to, maybe on the margins, clamp down the Democratic vote of voters of color, younger voters, maybe voters who are off at college who might need to use mail-in ballots, while mostly putting on a PR stunt that helps kind of continue the mythology around the big lie. And that is, I think, the real problem here, is that you see that for Republican politicians to stay in good standing with their voters, regardless of what the facts are on the ground, they need to go along with this myth that the election was somehow fraudulent and something needs to be done to make their voters feel better. When all of that is nonsense. All of that is putting feelings over their facts. It's not what how conservative governance should go. In 2000, Ron mentioned 2000. The state of Florida made changes because they needed to make changes in 2000, right? And so we've seen the positive results of that in 2020. Now they're making changes to make Donald Trump feel better, to maybe on the margins, try to make it harder for Democrats to vote in the state. And this you're seeing in states all across the country.
Yep.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.